The UFC has a new home starting in January 2026 on Paramount. UFC promoting their new broadcast deal in January. They'll probably do a big pay-per-view to kick it off. It'll probably be the second biggest pay-per-view next year, the first one being the White House one in June. Sean O'Malley wants to get on that card. The grand vision O'Malley has is Sandhagen beating Merab and then O'Malley beating somebody to get the title shot against Sandhagen at the White House. Bit of a long shot considering Merab's a huge favorite, and O'Malley just is coming off a title shot he lost, but that is what he wants.
So who main events that? I definitely would absolutely love to be on that card. God, Corey versus Merab, I'm so curious, dude. I'm so curious how that fight plays out. But the White House card, yeah, I mean, Corey goes out there, wins, I beat whoever's next. That's interesting. That could be, but regardless, I want to fight within the next 4 or 5 months, whatever it is. And then I'll also be ready for that. Because they said it could be June, could be International Fight Week, said it could be July. So if I can get one in early next year, end of this year, one of the two, count me in. I want to be on that card.
Rafael Fiziev trying to figure out how to not get injured before a fight. He got injured, so he's out of his fight with Charles Oliveira October 11th. Gamrot wants to take that fight. Oliveira doesn't because it's a very different stylistic matchup to Fiziev. Gamrot says the Lion Charles Oliveira holds the record for most ground finishes in UFC history, but he's afraid to step in with a grappler. That card also lost the fight between Vicente Luque and Santiago Ponzinibbio because Ponzinibbio is injured. Replacing Ponzinibbio is likely Joel Alvarez moving up to 170 to take on Luque. RDR and Baisangar Sursurkaya training together. RDR fighting Brandon Allen in October. Baisangar Sursurkaya taking on Eric Makonico Jr. in November. Baisangar's friends with Hamzat, so some think he's a spy, but it doesn't even make sense because RDR is not fighting Hamzat. He's fighting Brendan Allen, and Hamzat has trained with RDR already, so he knows what he's all about. Plus, Hamzat doesn't seem like a guy who cares at all what his opponent is doing. He's just going to execute his game plan, try and ragdoll you and maul you on the ground. Dan Hardy would pick Dakota Ditcheva over Valentina Shevchenko. I would put my money on Dakota Ditcheva against Valentina right now, with all due respect to Valentina, who I've held in high regard for a long time. Dakota's got the height, the reach, the power, viciousness. Gotta expect her to at least hold her own on the ground against Valentina, if not be able to defend the takedowns. I think Dakota beats anybody in her weight class. I think pound for pound, if she's not top 3, then I'm crazy. We won't see that fight anytime soon, but we will see soon the fight between Valentina Shevchenko and Weili Zhang. Weili moving up a weight class to get a second belt. UFC 322, November 15th in New York.
Hey Josh, Tiki Taki is it's been coming at me. You've been coming at me, haven't you, son? Giving me a bit of smoke and that. Do you know what? I can see why. What did you call me? Call me a lick ass and that. And what a bum boy or so. I can't remember what you called me. Someone sent me the video. Off you're a streamer, aren't you? And I remember a few months ago I gave you a bit of props, saying how good your boxing looked. I mean, obviously, you know you can't fight me, so obviously we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, I mean, look, right now, I wouldn't fight you because I've not had enough training and, you know, I've got a metal thing in my hand right now, it's recovering. I wouldn't box you right now, I'll be honest. It wouldn't be great for me. But, bro, like, we can get it on. Yeah, don't get, I like you, Darren, but don't get it twisted, lad. We can get it on, bruv. Anywhere, any fucking time, mate, yeah? When my hand's fixed, don't worry, I don't differentiate. It don't matter that I like you, bruv. It don't matter, mate. Don't ever think that this fight's off the cards, bro. Because you keep poking and poking, and I will come out the fucking woodworks and smash your fucking head in.
But I see you commenting on the Andrew Tate things, and you know what, I like the way you go about things sometimes, but I'm going to have to terrorise you now, aren't I, for chatting a bit of shit now. Don't get it twisted out here, mate. Of course I was fucking licking Andrew's rim a few years ago because, you know, he was saying a few things, and I still agree with a majority of things he says. You know, all this alpha bollocks and stuff like that, but now it's fight time, so now it's time to turn the tables, now it's time to be a whore and go back on everything I've said and throw all my morals out the window. Well, what's the problem with that, mate? Like, why are you so pissed off about it? Like, don't make me give your mother a wedgie in front of you, you stupid little cunt, because I will. Alright? Like, calm down, mate. But you know what? I don't think I actually think you're funny. I've seen you terror in that interview guy did today. I do think you're funny. But you're coming out, you're all kinds of smoky, and I want to be nice to you. But obviously, if we were ever fighting, which probably never going to happen, I don't think you take it seriously, do you? But you love a bit of controversy like myself. But yeah, mate, I'm gonna have to wedgie your mother in front of you, carry out, and I'll scratch your eyes out, you stupid little cunt. Because, yeah, I want that Andrew Tate fight me. Now, we all know Andrew Tate ain't fighting me. He's clearly stated that, to be honest with you. But, you know, he wants me to turn around and respect him and say, you know, obviously, he's talking about money and stuff. And by the way, you made a comment about how much I earned. You're way off, mate, you know. That whole show was based around my salary, what I want. I think you do well. You seem to have a fair few quid around you. I don't know if you've probably got more than me, but then again, I've got me big business out there in Dubai, my big crypto casino, online casino, and it's absolutely fucking smashing the back arse out of it. So we're probably, one day I'm up, one day you're up, one day I'm down, one day you're up more than me. I don't really know, but yeah. Get your fucking mouth shut, you stupid little cunt. Stop giving it to me. Calling me all these lick asses. Obviously I'm a lick ass. What the big fights, mate? Get it into your head. This is the business. Don't try and instill your morals upon me, because I don't have a moral to my name. Alright? Lesson learned.
Back in the day when the UFC got the Reebok deal and stopped allowing fighters to have sponsors in the cage, Darren Till says it was like, we're going to take away your sponsorship, so now fighters aren't even making money outside of it. It was actually quite cruel. Sam Alvey says we can still get all the sponsors we want in the UFC, we just can't show them on UFC cameras. Alvey was always pro-UFC, still is, and he often takes their side, and he got a little pushback because he often fights against what fighters are fighting for and their rights and rights to earn.
Got so mean in the comments, like immediately. I didn't even say anything that was unfactual. I didn't say I even approved of the non-Reebok thing. I just said all of the sponsors we had, we can still keep as long as they're not UFC cameras. How much value do you think is on the ass of a fighter who might be on screen for 15 minutes? Maybe. And even then, you might be on your back, and so your ass can't be seen. Or even worse, you get on that microphone and make yourself a douchebag, or you lose. There are 1,000 reasons why companies don't want to spend thousands of dollars on you for the moment. Unless you are going to blanket the event like Condom Depot did, like Ammo Depot did, there might be one or two more. You're not going to get any bang for your buck unless you are sponsoring the Kings, the John Jones, the Dan Hendersons, the Conor McGregors. But for the vast majority of the UFC fighters, we made nothing in sponsorship, almost nothing, because we weren't offering any real value except a few minutes on screen in front of, 100, 200, 300,000 people. We're there watching the fight and not reading our ass. Now, you use the UFC camera to make a name for yourself outside of it, get yourself a following, and sponsors will work with you because now you can post about them every day. Now your post can be about Condom Depot or whatever you want it to be. I'm saying 80% of fighters made more money with Reebok than before Reebok. 10% made about the same, maybe a little more, and 10% lost a lot. The 10% that lost a lot, I can understand being pissed.
Former UFC fighter Tarek Safadian said, Sam, please tell me which pro athlete competes in an individual sport signed as an independent contractor would allow promotion to have full control of their sponsorship when they compete? That's a great question, my friend. I couldn't give you a name outside of UFC athletes. We don't have to sign the contract with the UFC either. We could sign with PFL. You get all the sponsorship you want, or Karate Combat, one championship. We see what the value the UFC has given us. We may not like every aspect of the organization, but name a job where they do. I'm not saying Reebok is great, although it worked out pretty good for me. I'm just pointing out that everyone assumes we in general got so much money in sponsors when we really didn't. This is probably the reason why the UFC kept Sam Alvey on the roster so long, because he spoke like this while he was on the UFC roster. He would always take the side of the UFC in situations like this, and by doing so, he would go against what fighters were fighting for. So they kept him on the roster. Even when he was on the longest winless streak in UFC history, they still re-signed him, which surprised some people, but this was likely the reason, because he was kind of like a UFC spokesman, PR person, and like HR person. Tarek Safadian responded, but let's stay on topic here. Your argument is that athletes who sign exclusive contracts as independent contractors with the UFC should be happy with a few $1,000s while they are competing for the biggest MMA promotion in the world with no say or negotiating power in what they can wear as far as sponsors, because they can go sign somewhere else. Please explain the logic.